Hi, my name is Sylvia, and I am a college admissions coach and higher ed advocate. Today, I want to talk to you about coursework, both at the high school level and the community college level. And this is for when you're applying to a four-year university. Each state has a course pattern that should be followed when you're applying from a high school. This specifically talks about the requirements for not only going to college, but also graduating. The same is said for community colleges. You have a certain course pattern you have to follow if you're applying, and it's usually based on your major. Public institutions will be clear about the number of coursework that they will ask for each subject matter. These will not be the same as when you're looking at graduation requirements. These are two different opportunities that are being given to you at the same time. So you need to make sure that you connect with your counselor to find out which one you are following, and hopefully you're following both. High schools share their profiles with institutions so they can see the type of classes they have and the level of academic rigor. These courses are usually shared with private institutions by a counselor from its high school. The rigor of academics include how you challenged yourself in the secondary level. This could include some community college courses that you took while you're still in high school. Some school districts have been proactive and established programs that are dual enrollment programs. These courses designate the use of completing certain aspects for college requirements. So it's important you ask your counselor at the high school level if there's any opportunities like that for you there. At the community college level, we're looking at articulated coursework that is connected to your four-year universities in the state. The course pattern followed is related usually to your intended major. Not always, but most of the time. Some have the impression that if you attend a community college, you're adding to the time for you to finish a bachelor's. This is not necessarily the case. If you are planning your coursework and you're starting at a substantially higher, or if looking at the academics where you start, it's also important to recognize that at the community college level. Very important to understand that if you were challenged in high school, you might be challenged when you start at the community college level, but keep at it. This is also going to show that you are disciplined and that you know how to handle your business when it comes to the time. So it's also important to understand how to develop a plan that completes requirements and still means that you're exploring your academic interests. These two things are very important when you're at the community college level. Both of these will be ways for you to be able to achieve getting into a four-year university. It's just going to mean that you have to show in different ways how you've done your academic rigor, both at the high school level and the community college level, and what that's meant to you. Sometimes that means that you've sought out advancements with certain resources, whether it be through programs or whether it be some of the partnerships that your community college or your high schools have with four-year universities. Be sure to keep your eye open for that because it's really important that you're taking advantage of those relationships as well. This could also reduce your time at your next level of education. Time management is not just for daily or weekly consideration. It is important that you understand that when you're maturing and you're growing, long-term time management in this case means that you might reduce the time or you might complete your bachelor's in a four-year span. Curiosity should also be used to take up some of your academic time. Consider which subject matter interests you. Which ones come to you easily? Which ones don't and have made you struggle, but you're still at it? And how did you do it? Coursework, time, and curiosity are the highlights of the hard work that you've done recently. And that's very important for you to understand, appreciate, and know how to talk about it. Do not just follow patterns. Just because I'm telling you that there's courses out there to follow doesn't mean that that's all you're going to do. Follow your interests. Follow the passions you're developing. These are at the core of any university application, and we want to make sure that you represent yourself not only in the classroom, but outside the classroom. Let's talk about how you want to be able to say what your journey's been and be fair when we're talking about what the challenges have been along with what the triumphs are. So be sure to reach out to us at Juarez Consulting, and I'd love to help you in terms of your coursework or any other questions you may have. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.